going on, everybody? It's Nice Pants Lance again. We're at the Indian demo events, and today we are going to be riding the Indian Springfield. This has got the tour pack on it, 116. So as you guys know or don't know, I don't have a bike, so we're not only going to be doing a first ride, we're going to be comparing some of the metrics that I set up in the last few videos for my next potential daily. So with that being said, we're going to get going here. You just hit the on button to turn it on. Looks like it's in sport mode, my favorite mode. There it is. Damn, this thing must have an exhaust on it. Alright, man, I'm liking this. Okay, so last video I rode the Sport Chief. All right. This thing has got some balls, man. Woo! Damn. Man, I appreciate the punch of this 116. Okay, so this Springfield is little on the other side of the spectrum from my Sport Chief that I rode. This bike is essentially on a more touring platform. It's got these apes on here. These apes are even taller than the T-bars of the Sport Chief. On the Sport Chief with the rising T-bars, my fists were underneath my shoulders. This one, I feel like my fists are level with my shoulders. Oh yeah, dude, this thing gets up and goes. Yeah, dude, holy smokes. So it's a 6-speed, air-cooled 116. You guys should know this already. It's the Indian 116 motor. Love this thing, super punchy. It's electronic throttle, so it's got different modes and whatnot. Love sport mode. Just changes the throttle mapping a little bit. So this bike is more low slung. This is not the around towner that the Chief was. This is more of a taking day trips with your buddies on the weekends, because cruising in a straight line is what this excels at, and I can tell that from just cruising in a straight line. Now that I'm settled into this unfamiliar bike, I can say, heck yes, I could do this all day. And anyone that rides touring bikes know that's a very good feeling to have on a touring bike, is I can do this all day. You want to feel like you can do this all day. So my metrics. Comfort. We're going to talk about comfort first. Comfort, I am in love with the comfort of this thing. This is way more comfortable than the Sport Chief. The seat cups my butt. It's got a nice angle to the seat, so it really holds my booty in there. But unlike the Sport Chief, this seat is very wide. The Sport Chief cupped my butt too, but this seat is much wider. I feel like my entire butt fits in this seat. I'm 6 foot tall. I have a 32-inch inseam, and oh yeah, the sound. Yeah, this seat really holds me in there. Feels like my entire butt fits in it. So comfort is freaking nice. This does have forward controls. I'm not a big of a fan of forwards as I am of mids. I like the mid controls because they have a perfect balance of handling control and comfort. These ones are a little bit more forward. They definitely remind me of the V-Star 1300 before I put the forward extensions on. These floorboards feel kind of like my buddy's CVO Softail convertible. So they're definitely not bad. And the floorboards are much longer than my feet, so I feel like I can plant my foot right down on it. So my foot position itself, I feel like my legs are kind of out in front of me a little bit. I don't really have as much room to hug the tank. Love the buttons, they feel nice and plush. They're shifting, nice thunk. A little bit smoother though, not as much of a thunk as that Chief. The clutch, it feels as light as the Chief though, luckily. Nice. Auto turn. Auto canceling turn signals. Love them. This bike, performance-wise, feels great in a straight line. It goes without saying that this is essentially a naked touring bike. The suspension setup, the brakes feel good. It's got dual disc brakes on it. They feel really strong. Not gonna test them out during a group ride. That would be rude. That would be very rude for me to just slam on the brakes. Nice positive engaging feeling shift. The clutch lever feels light. It's definitely light for a cruiser at least. Definitely as light as the Sport Chief. Oy. Love this sound. Man, this thing just ate up that bump. This thing just ate up that bump like it was nothing. If I did that on the Sport Chief, which I kind of did, yeah, it would probably send my spine up through my head. This just ate that bump up like it was hungry. Very nice. I like this thing. This is comfortable, but I don't feel uninhibited by its handling. No offense, Marble, but that V-Star 1300, it feels so toury that it almost feels like I'd get in trouble if I had to go to the twisties with my friends. I'd get in trouble. I don't want to low side a bike that has a very low lean angle. It's crazy how fast this actually has a nice turn in. This has a quick turn in, but the stability in the corners is unreal. I mean, you pick a line and this thing just holds it. Wow, this thing gets up and goes. It's got the power, man. So yeah, handling wise, feels great in a straight line. I will say, I like the way this bike handles more than the Sport Chief. This very soft, plush ride, but yet it's got a very quick turn in too. I don't know what to think of this handling. I can feel that the handlebars are more over the front wheel, which that's why it gives me that quick turn in feeling. Gives that flickability, is that rake angle in the front. It doesn't feel as twitchy as the Sport Chief. You can tell in the twisties, a bike with, man, look at that. You pick a line and it just holds it. I could have taken one of my arms off and still held that line. Smooth as butter. Gives you confidence in the turns. It's not twitchy at all. And that's something I would want, to be honest, even for a sporty bike, I'd want something like that. I don't know, I'm torn. This ain't no Sport Chief, but I almost think I'd rather take this to the fucking twisties instead. So performance, yeah, this has got it. This has freaking got it. This has got the comfort, but yet it's got the performance, and surprisingly, it doesn't feel like I am restricted. It doesn't feel like I'm restricted by its handling capability or its comfort. It doesn't feel like it takes too much input. You know, it doesn't feel like a tank. It feels more like a limousine, but yet it doesn't turn like a limousine. I don't know. It's really hard to say, but you can tell that this is for sure touring oriented. But performance, I like it. This has got it for me. Style. I'll just let you guys on a little known secret of mine. This Springfield is my favorite looking Indian that they make currently. My most favorite looking Indian. This thing is like, it's like the, I don't know, man. It's like a Cruella de Vil freaking roadster looking style, low slung, long wheelbase, having muscle bike. Like, this thing is, oh yeah, and the apes don't feel that bad. I can feel the pressure on my shoulders, but, you know, standing straight up, I don't know, I feel like I look badass. I feel badass, but I feel like I look like a badass on this thing. You don't have anything in front of you, so you get that nice visceral riding experience, but yet you get bags on this. You get color matched hard cases with a ton of storage. This particular one has a trunk on it, so holy smokes, if you're married or you know, you ride two up a lot, your partner or your pillion is gonna be at home on this thing. They're gonna be more comfortable than you are, for sure, with that trunk and those bags and being able to lean back. This is nice though. This is nice. It doesn't have the technology of the Sport Chief. They have yet to give this Springfield a makeover. They gave the Chief a makeover. It's got this like sweet ride command looking TFT dial thing where it'll you know, it's a color TFT, but it will give you multiple displays. This has just got the analog with a little LCD display for, I'm guessing this has cruise control. Yeah, it does have cruise control. I can see it over here. I'm not going to try it out, but it's got the cruise control. Beautiful scenery over here. Gotta love it. What is that, Toronto? I'm in Buffalo right now, so I think that's like Toronto over there. Super cool. But yeah, this has got the style. I love the Springfield. The Springfield is in direct competition with the Road King, and between the two, I would take the Springfield all day, every day. If someone gave me a Harley Road King for free, I'd sell that shit and buy this bike. This bike looks great, and the Darkhorse model in white, holy smokes, I don't even care how hard it would be to clean. That's like one of the most gorgeous looking cruisers I think I've ever seen, and I'm really not one of those Iron Pony dudes. I'm not one of them leather bound Iron Pony dudes. That's not my style. And even then, the low slung iron, you know, leather daddy, oh yeah, man, this feels great. Holy shit. Shifting is smooth. It's not much of a thunk compared to the Sport Chief. The regular Chief and the Sport Chief with the 116, they feel much more thunky, much more industrial, much more like a tractor. The shifting on this a little smoother. Clutch is a little heavier compared to the Chief, which means it's a good amount heavier than my Speed Twin, which was very light, light clutch. The downshift's real nice, very smooth. It just feels easy to ride. Like this for sure gives me more confidence in my riding. Gosh, man. So yeah, style, this has got it. I'll do another walk around when we get back, just to show you guys how sexy this bike looks. But yeah, I'm kind of figured we'd be back at the dealer already, so I'm running out of stuff to say. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna just go right over this manhole right here. It was like it didn't even exist. I'm not liking this rear brake. I didn't like the rear brake on the other one too. I feel like I got a pigeon toe, or not pigeon toe, but I almost gotta like rock my heel back. Okay, here we go. Man, this thing, it just, you pick a line, you know, a tight turn, and it just like glides right through that turn. I actually think, despite not being as twitchy and flicky, this Springfield actually handles better than the Sport Chief does in turns, in my opinion. I think that because this holds a line much easier, I feel like in the same, you know, if the same person rode both bikes in the twisties, the Sport Chief is definitely gonna be ahead. The Sport Chief is gonna beat this when ripping around turns. It's just got more capability for turning, but this one feels better while you're turning. And it's fucking comfortable. In my head, I've been thinking this whole time, damn, I could do this all day. And it's funny, my front tire went in that little manhole thing, but my rear tire went around it, and it didn't upset the bike. It gave me a little, gave me just a little bit, but I bet you I could have one hand off and navigate over big bumps and uneven roads. So yeah, this is just like, you know, this bike is going to take care of you if you're doing serious mileage, you're traveling a lot. And it's got the sound, it's got the punch. I know they got a ton of different cams for this thing. You know, you intake and tune it. They even got bigger throttle bodies and all sorts of stuff. I know there's a few modded 116s out there that are like putting down 120 wheel horsepower and even more torque. So yeah, I don't think I would get tired of the power. And if I got tired of the stock 116, I could modify it and make it even more powerful, which, to be honest, I love the power. I know I said performance-wise, this does it for me. But this does it for me compared to most cruisers. You know, this is powerful for a cruiser. Does this have anything on my Speed Twin? Absolutely not. Not even close. Challenger, the freaking group riders on a Challenger, and that thing hauls the mail. Wow. Yeah, this thing gets up and goes. I love it. Even in 6th gear, you just twist it and it, wow. Man, this 6th gear felt kind of like a 5th gear on a lot of bikes. You know how some bikes, the 6th gear feels like an overdrive? Yeah, this thing gives you way more than enough punch in 6th. Holy smokes. This thing would eat up a highway. Wow. If I can navigate this big thing around. Oop. Found second. I don't know. Here we go. Come on. Well, it doesn't feel that bad walking it around. You can tell this is a 700-something pound bike, but I don't feel that bad because it's so low. Navigating it isn't bad. Ooh, I don't like the way that kickstand feels. Whoa. Man. Yep. Cool. Man, this thing's a looker. I have to say, I think this handles better, almost better than the Sport Chief. It just feels better, you know. I think because of the rake on it and everything. You go around a corner and it just holds that line. That Sport Chief is a little more twitchy. A little more.
And went down the middle, passing the guy at the boat.
Yikes! I guess they're out today, aren't they? Cool. So just to go over it again. Comfort, yes, this has got the comfort. I love it. Performance, yes, this has got the performance. Style, heck yes, it's got the style. Love the look of this thing. But price, sorry guys, this thing is too expensive for me.
I want to say this thing starts off at like 19 grand or 18,999 or something like that. I'll put the figure up on the screen, but yeah, this bike is out of my price range. I won't be able to afford it right now as much as I would love to. For my next bike, I really want something that checks off all the boxes, and unfortunately the Springfield misses on price. I can't afford it. I would never be able to. If one of you guys wants to buy me one, I love you a long time, and I'll make content for the rest of my life for you. But yeah, as of right now, probably not gonna have a Springfield in my garage. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Peace.